This is Andre from Till the Sun Goes Down, and this is the Melody dress from Now and Then Patterns. The bodice is a little bit complicated. Well, the diagrams might confuse you because it's sort of counterintuitive. So I thought I'd do a short video, which I've not done before and it's not very comfortable, but hey ho, just to show you how to construct the bodice, and I hope that it helps uncomplicate it. So we're going to talk through on the following video about how to attach the lining to the outer so that everything's nicely enclosed, and a little bit about the pleats and the shoulder where it joins. So hopefully all will become clear. The tricky bit on the Melody dress is most definitely the bodice. So this is a video just to help you through that. And the starting point is, I'm presuming that you are fine, you should be fine, with doing the front bodice lining and the back bodice lining and outer, like these two that I've got here. And you can see that I've also run the gathering stitches along the bottom just to draw it in, because we don't want any darts on the outer fabric, just on the lining. So you've got those two pieces prepped. That's easy. The most tricky bit is the front bodice. You've got pleats on the shoulders here. It's on the bias, so it's a Wrigley customer. When you fold the pleats over, you're aiming to get the edges parallel of the folds. Put a pair of pins in, and in the instructions I say encourage these pleats to go round like I've done here. It does make a big difference because then they will become parallel on the corners. Double pin them and then stitch across. The other important thing is you'll find that on the pattern piece, the front bodice pattern piece, you've got a fold line here. This is here. You want to mark it. And you can use chalk, tailor's chalk, or just a good visible thread like I've done here. That's going to help you know or show you where to actually fold over later. So stitch this through. So now we take the back piece, back bodice, and we line it up to that chalk line that we marked earlier on. Now this point up here, you want to bring it in just inside that line there. And we're going to pin it and tack it. You can take these pins out now because it's already been stitched. Fold the front bodice piece here, fold it over that edge there, fold it tightly, and pin it parallel with the top edge, like that. And then tack that. So take the front bodice lining, wrong side facing, you've tacked across here, place this up to the shoulder, matching notches, which I haven't done, and pin that. And trust, it's going to look wonderful. Place that just inside there. And then pin across. Ow, I need a plaster. And then on to the next stage. And you're going through all those layers. So here it is. I've sewn the shoulders and I've got blood on it from a pricked thumb. So this is diagram number 6, and you can see all the pieces and all the layers the same as is written on here. So now we turn it through. Ta-da! So it might seem counterintuitive, all those different layers, but you'll now see that you've got the front bodice all encased. So this is the inside. So all those layers that really did seem like it was the wrong thing to be doing are here. That's your inside. And there's another little trick later on. You put it on a hanger inside out, and if you're worried about this one turning out and showing, you can put a tiny little stitch there, just one little hand stitch to keep it in. I think it's fine without it, but you might want to. So anybody who is saying, no, it's the wrong way round, it doesn't work, it does work. You also, the next stage to do is to sew up your side seams when you're lining together like this, leaving the left hand side open below the notch. And the inside one, sorry, the outer garment also sew the side seams, and then you just pull it through and you have a finished bodice. This corner here, it can get a little bit bulky, especially if you've bound it, so I'd say give it a bit of a trim. So there are two types of side opening you can choose. This one's got popper placket, which I like because it's sort of authentically vintage. So you can see how that looks and finishes. And I inserted a rouleau belt carrying loop there for that one. And then my Bête Noire invisible zips, but I did put one in this. It does work. It's quite tidy really. So you've got two choices. And then on the inside of this one, I did do those little tacks we spoke about earlier on the inside, just here. This is the armhole. Oh, interestingly too, that's the bound armhole of the sleeveless one, so you can see how that works.